In your yin practice, is saddle pose just not happening for you? First, it's not you. You just haven't found the version of the pose that works for your body yet. If you Google saddle pose, you'll get a lot of images that look like this. People laying all the way back onto the ground without props with their knees touching the ground at the same time. And while this can look like saddle pose actually looks hugely different from body to body. And just because you can't do this doesn't mean you can't do saddle pose. You'll need a few things: a blanket, or maybe two, a couple of yoga blocks, or if you don't have yoga blocks, cushions would be great, and a yoga bolster. And if you don't have a yoga bolster, a couple of rolled up thick blankets or pillows. Start by kneeling on a folded blanket to give some support to the feet. One option is to sit back onto your feet. And if this already feels like too much for the tops of the feet, you could grab a block, pop it in between your feet, and sit your bum back onto that. And hopefully this will relieve the pressure on the feet and feel better for the knees as well. If this still feels like too much for the knees, you could grab a second blanket, fold it a few times, and pop it in between your calves and your thighs. And hopefully, if you sit back onto that, that will feel more comfortable. Then bring your hands behind you and start to walk your hands back until you feel a sensation of tension or stretch down the front of the thighs. And you might stay here, or if there's space to go back further, you could pop a bolster behind you and slowly start to move back onto the bolster. And don't worry if the knees lift, that's fine as long as you're feeling it down the front body. You might let your head go back. And you might add a little support with a cushion or block for under your head. Add as much as you need to. So find a position where your body is supported and you're feeling it down the front body and maybe a little in the lower back as well. It doesn't matter what it looks like. If you're feeling it, you're doing it.